Bueno, gente, seguimos aquí en la casa de la vieja esta que nos hemos encontrado para darle el zapato que nos hemos encontrado en el coche y
Don't let
tenemos
me
que
keep you from your
intentar
business.
mirar en los periódicos sin que ella se dé cuenta.
You
Porque
there! Don't even think about tossing that Kleenex on the
está como una
ground!
puta cabra. Así que vamos a hacer lo siguiente.
Man, she keeps it hot in here.
That's the kettle. I'll be right back with some tea. Then don't touch anything.
Ve a ponerte, señora. Y ahora que va por el té, aprovechamos para mirar los periódicos.
Juveniles collide with manure truck. Nice picture. Brown mansion destroyed. 1962. No, that's not where Doc's stranded. Alright, Einstein brought me this shoe, and Miss Strickland lost the shoe on the day the speakeasy burned down. But when did the speakeasy burn down? I at least need to know the year.
Yeah, that's peculiar. The water still hasn't come to a boil.
Mind if I take a look?
Go ahead, dear.
Man, these are powerful. I could see Biff going into the video store.
Yeah, you wouldn't believe the filth that boy watches. Yeah, he's nothing but an out-of-control hedonist, just like his father.
I wish I knew which one used to be a speakeasy.
Vamos a seguir investigando un poquito.
Is that Vice Principal Strickland?
Mother never could keep little Gerald out of her clothes.
Marshall Strickland.
My grandfather, gunned down by Mad Dog Tannen over 100 years ago.
That's not how I remember it.
Bueno, realmente no sé si, no me acuerdo si en el anterior vídeo miré todas estas cosas, pero lo dejé aquí. Y bueno, por si acaso, pues... En fin, vamos a seguir. No.
Excuse me, Miss Strickland? Doing some stargazing?
No, I set my sights on lower things. Is that? Tanner! Get away from that hubcap before I call your father!
Los periódicos.
I guess somewhere in these stacks there must be an article about the speakeasy burning down.
Naturally. I probably wrote it myself. I was quite a reporter back in the day.
Any idea what date that article came out?
Well, obviously the day after the speakeasy burned down.
Wow, a speakeasy. That must have been wild. Is it true they used to drink gin out of slippers like my grandma said?
Don't romanticize the past, young man. Prohibition was a time when gangsters ruled the town while honest citizens quaked in their beds.
Muy
Don't
bien,
let me keep you
señora.
from your business.
Está usted como una puta cabra. Mira,
Don't touch
no
those!
toque eso.
My newspapers are in pristine condition and meticulously organized. Not about to let some street punk get jam all over them.
Claro que sí.
Hey, there's Jennifer's mom coming out of the market.
Mrs. Parker? I find it curious that she always uses the same strapping red-headed bag boy. Don't you?
I wish I knew which one used to be a speakeasy.
There's the whistle! Surely the water's boiling by now.
Vamos a ver si ahora puedo... No, lo mismo.
Firm announces plans for Lone Pine Mall, Peabody Ranch to be rezoned for commercial development. I don't even know where to start looking for clues in these stacks. Wish I could narrow it down to a year at least.
Los gatos.
Jeez, they all look like they've got sticks up there.
What's that, dear?
Nothing.
Los zapatos.
Miss Strickland lost that shoe the day the speakeasy burned down. But when was that?
That's what you get with these cheap, foreign-made kettles. But trying to find an American one nowadays... ugh. I told you not to touch those!
What are these?
My editorial trophies.
Cat Lovers Quarterly.
It's legitimate journalism.
Vamos a ver si podemos... A ver.
Miss Strickland? So where was it? That
Lo mismo de
speakeasy that
siempre.
burned down, I mean.
That was ages ago. If you're looking for bootleg hooch.
No, I'm just curious, that's all. I'm a student of history.
Student of history, my Aunt Fanny. Yeah, your generation of hooligans and slackers
llamando
can give
hooligan, la
two
tía.
ripe figs about history.
Miss Strickland?
Oh, video store!
Huh?
The speakeasy used to be hidden in plain sight down there in the town square. Right where that disgusting videotape rental store squats today.
So the video store building must have gone up after the speakeasy burned down.
The following year, as I recall.
Don't let me keep you from your business. Miss Strickland?
No.
Don't let me keep you from your business. Rebuilt in February 1932. So the fire must have happened before then. But when? I need a date.
Don't look at me. I'm far too old for you.
Vamos a ver si ahora, si se va, me deja. Encuentro el periódico que estoy buscando.
There's the whistle! Surely the water's boiling by now.
Let's see. Ground broken on site of former speakeasy.
Ahora parece que
Singer
sí.
vanishes. Hill Valley Expo delights crowd. Soup kitchen exposed. Here we go. Speakeasy arsonist slain. Legal procedure gave way to old-fashioned vengeance last night when a mob descended on the Hill Valley police station. The suspect in the speakeasy arson case, a drifter known as Carl Sagan, was pulled from his... Carl Sagan? It's Doc! Killed by a mob. What's the date? June 14th, 1931. Jeez, I gotta rescue him.
Hala, ya la he liado.
My newspapers!
Sorry, Miss Strickland. Let me...
Oh! You've gotten my history out of order! Oh, do you know how long it'll take to fix what you've done? Oh! Get out! Get out! Get out! Help! Police! I'm being attacked by hooligans!
Sí. Bueno. Después de esto, de estar con la vieja loca, que nos ha llamado hooligan, parece que vamos a viajar al pasado en busca de Doc. Es una cosa...
Didn't I tell you? I got the lead in the school play. We're doing...
Grapes of Wrath?
Right.
Oh, Steinbeck. Who are you playing? Never mind, you don't have to explain. I'm sure whatever it is you're up to, you know what you're doing, right?
I hope so.
Hey, sometimes you gotta go out on a limb for the ones you love, right? Wish my dad had understood that. You won't stay away too long.
You'll barely know I was gone.
Vámonos. Einstein, vamos.
You ready to go, Einstein?
Vámonos, Einstein. Vamos a buscar a Doc.
Time circuits on. Flux capacitor.
Encendemos el
Fluxy.
condensador de flujo. Luego
Okay,
ponemos
if Doc's gonna
la
get killed
fecha
on June 14th,
14 de junio de
1931, I'll just show up the
1931.
day before and get him out. I hope you know what you're doing, Doc.
Y nos vamos. ¡Wow! ¡Qué temazo! ¡Qué pedazo de banda sonora tenía la película! Me encanta. Y cogemos 145 kilómetros por hora y viajamos al pasado. ¡Wow! La verdad es que siempre he soñado yo en tener un DeLorean, ¿no? Y convertirlo en una máquina de tiempo. Bueno, pues ya estamos aquí, en el pasado, en 1931, en busca de Doc.
Einstein, where'd you go now, boy?
Young man! Excuse me, young man!
Who, me?
You're the only man in the street, and I'm looking for a man in the street reaction. Naturally, you know about the explosion that destroyed this illegal gin establishment.
I read about it, yeah.
What's your opinion of Carl Sagan, the stranger who single-handedly did what the law has been unable to do for 10 long years, namely, rid Hill Valley of the scourge of liquor?
How'd Doc get himself into...
Doc?
Doc is his nickname. I'm good friends with Carl.
You are? Really? Oh, but I need an unbiased opinion for my story. Pretend you don't know him. How would you feel about his heroic act of destruction?
Me parece que con la que estamos hablando es la vieja de antes. Esta es la joven.
You can mark me down as a supporter.
The young man said, flashing a boyish yet virile grin. Hill Valley needs more upstanding youths like yourself. Do you have a message for the vicious gangsters who still roam these streets, no doubt plotting to corrupt our citizens with another den of booze, sin, and debauchery?
Coming after... No.
No, not really.
That's the spirit. Destroy them with indifference. If we refuse to patronize their establishments and glorify their wicked exploits, they'll soon be exposed for the pathetic wretches they are. May I get your name?
Yeah, it's...
Michael, Calón, Harry... Me llamo...
Harry Callahan.
Thank you for sharing your candid opinions, Mr. Callahan. Edna Strickland, Hill Valley Herald.
Claro.
I know. I met you back. I'm familiar with your work.
You read my column? How sweet! I know it's just an etiquette column, but I believe it'll lead to bigger and better... Oh!
Einstein, no. Down, boy.
Is this wretched creature yours? He assaulted me once before.
What's got into you?
Aggressive dogs must be kept on leash at all times. It's the law. Look it up.
Doc. I gotta find Doc.
Bueno, parece que...
I guess this is where the speakeasy burned down. How'd Doc ever get mixed up in that?
Parece que Doc está en la prisión. Por aquí no podemos seguir, así que por aquí.
Psst, Doc!
Marty!
Doc!
What are you doing here?
You sent for me, Doc.
I did? When?
May 14th, 1986.
1980? The automatic retrieval system, of course. I'd almost forgotten about that.
So what's our plan for getting you out of here?
Plan? We don't need a plan.
We don't.
Not in the slightest. The police picked me up for that speakeasy fire a couple of weeks ago, but the DA hasn't got a case. They're releasing me tomorrow morning.
So basically, I traveled 50 years into the past to deliver your car?
Sorry about that, but it's so wonderful to see you. We have a lot of catching up to do.
Yeah, you might want to hold off on that, Doc.
Great Scott! I'm going to be gunned down by gangsters on the steps of the courthouse.
Why would they do that?
Guess they didn't approve of my burning down their speakeasy.
Very funny, Doc. Maybe now we should come up with a plan?
A plan, right. But what?
Why don't I take the DeLorean, go back in time before you were arrested, and stop you from getting caught in the first place?
Don't even think about it. Without my unjust incarceration, the events that sent you into the past might never happen, resulting in a paradox of continuum-shattering proportions.
Jeez, we've been back together for 5 minutes, Doc, and you're already talking about the end of the universe. I've missed that.
Don't be ridiculous, Marty. I was only referring to the end of the universe as we know it.
Why don't we tell the authorities?
Tell them what? That my friend from the future has proof that I'll be murdered tomorrow? They'd ship us both off to the loony bin. And trust me, you don't want to see the inside of a 1931 insane asylum.
Hey, maybe I could talk to the gangsters. Tell them they're about to shoot the wrong guy.
I don't think the criminals of this era are going to be very receptive to a complete stranger telling them that their secret assassination plan is misguided, do you?
Why don't we try to tough it out? Now that we know what's coming, maybe we sneak it past the gangsters with a bulletproof vest or something.
That might work with 1 or 2 bullets, but from the looks of this article, it appears that I'm going to be mowed down in a hail of Tommy gun fire that rendered the innocent stranger little more than a pulpy mass of bones and gristle.
Who writes like that?
According to the byline, one Edna Strickland.
I should have guessed. Well, I suppose I could just get some dynamite and break you out of jail.
No, that's far too dangerous. Not just to me, but to random innocent people in the past. The repercussions could be... That's it!
What's it?
My rocket-powered drill.
You have a rocket-powered drill?
Not yet. I haven't built it yet.
You've lost me, Doc.
Listen, a few months ago, my 17-year-old self sent in a patent application for a rocket-powered drill. I abandoned the project after I never heard back from the patent office, but the prototype should be nearly complete.
Great, I'll just run back to your lab and...
No, I said nearly complete. You'll need me to help you finish it.
How the hell am I supposed to sneak a half-finished rocket-powered drill into your cell?
Not me! 1931 me!
Wait a minute, Doc. You want me to convince your 1931 self to build a rocket-powered drill to break you out of jail?
Precisely!
Está diciendo, creo yo, que busca a él mismo, pero él del 1931. Por lo poco que puedo entender.
Don't talking to yourself cause, you know, irreparable damage to the space-time continuum or something?
It should be fine. I've already invented the idea of the rocket drill. You've just got to goad my younger self into finishing the prototype.
How am I supposed to convince your younger self to finish the rocket drill? Just tell him I need to break his older self out of jail?
Absolutely not. Whatever you do, you can't tell my younger self anything about time travel. I won't come up with the inspiration for the flustered bastard for another 24 years.
Then what am I supposed to...
Just be your charming self. From what I remember, I'm a pretty easygoing kid, so enlisting me in a scientific adventure should be a piece of cake.
Okay, let's say I go along with this crazy idea. Where can I find you? I mean, the other you.
How should I know? It was over 50 years ago. Why don't you go over to the soup kitchen next door and give my house a call? They'll know where to find me.
Soup kitchen. Got it.
Just stay away from the soup. It'll cause irreparable damage to your digestive system.
I guess I better get started. Don't worry, Doc. I'll get you out of here in no time.
I'm not worried. Once you and my younger self put your heads together, you'll be unstoppable.
Bueno, pues vamos a buscar al Doc del año 1931. Aquí.
McFly? Biff?
Kid!
Grandpa?
That's Mr.
Abuelo.
Tannen to you, Artie. What are you doing out here? Well, I was getting kind of hungry, so I figured I'd come down here for some free soup. Just thought I'd come down for some soup. Think, McFly. The DA's throwing around subpoenas like Babe Ruth.
I don't think Ruth's a pitcher anymore.
Shut it! If one of those subpoenas landed in the hands of my number cruncher, I'd be in a whole lot of trouble. I could even get sent up the river. You wouldn't want that, would you? Would you?
No, of course not, kid.
All right, that's better. What are you looking at, punk?
Keep your eyes on the soup, kid.
Well?
Well, what?
Well, what are you still doing here?
Sorry, kid. I'll just run back to the safe house.
You do that. And McFly,
Yes?
that hat's too flashy. You better let me hold on to it. Now scram!
You got it, boss.
And don't come out until I give you the all clear. I swear, if even one of you mooks could add 2 plus 2 without your fingers, I'd dump that wimp into the lake. Hey! Anyway, I'm off to make myself irresistible. Don't let anyone burn down the shop while I'm gone.
Como en la película se encontró a su padre, aquí nos encontramos al abuelo y pasa exactamente lo mismo. Se encuentra con Biff y le dice, no quiero volver a verte por aquí. En fin, esto sigue igual. Teléfono.
Brown residence?
Hi. Do you know where I could find Emmett Brown?
Young Master Brown is currently tending to his clerking duties at the courthouse. Who may I say is calling?
The courthouse? Doc never told me you worked at the courthouse. There's no way I'm gonna keep that door open without some help. I better not talk to him. I don't want to mess up his timeline.
Bueno, pues vámonos.
Okay. Hey, never mind.
Ni puto caso es el colega.
Looks like these pipes go into the basement.
Vámonos.
Hey, how you doing, Einie?
No sé qué hacer ahora.
Don't touch those. These are very sensitive legal documents. Nobody is supposed to handle them but sworn officers of the court. Papa, I mean,
Aquí está Doc.
Judge Brown says so.
Judge Brown? Doc. Nice to meet you. I'm, Harry Callahan.
Emmett Brown. But I am a law clerk, not a doctor. Now please get out of my way. I have important business to transact. Naturally, H2A multiplied by the inversion of H has to come out less than expectation value of A prime. What am I missing here? Or do we take H h to the a multiplied by the inverse of a might well be equal to a's expectation value, but only if the coefficient of friction remains constant and the gravitational constant is variable. Wait, is that even possible? Oh, let's start over.
Listen, Emmett, you don't know me, but I'm your friend.
I'm not big on friends. They get in the way of work.
What's this important business you're up to?